I wanna say something, but you are all that I see. You got dynamite, that smile's gonna be the end.
Hi, how's it going? How are you? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome. Hi, how are you? How's it going? How are you feeling? What? Hope you're doing wonderful. You look amazing. You look stunning. Like literally, if I wasn't in a long-term relationship, I would totally ask you out, like for sure. Like I would be at your doorstep day and night, constantly begging you. You would like literally feel overwhelmed and unable to bear it. That's how much I would love you if I wasn't already just like taken. Anyway, let's stop talking about that. Let's start talking about things that actually are important. For example, how stunning I am. How beautiful this background is. I got this pumpkin yesterday at the fucking pumpkin patch, bitch. Look at her long ass stem. We're just living the dream, truly. I have been living my autumnal fantasy. Okay, I have been the main character. I have been the protagonist. I have been the villain, which is kind of fun. And I've loved it. I loved every moment of it. In the part of Canada where I live, fall lasts approximately 12 seconds. So you really have to like get it all in there, you know what I mean? As quickly as possible. Anyway, today we have a book unhaul. There are children screaming outside. We're gonna unhaul some books. More books than I thought, honestly. Before even filming this, I was like, yeah, it'll probably be like a few, like it won't be that much. I was wrong. I was incorrect. I have an entire battalion of books. I honestly don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I just have a lot of books that I need to actually like donate. But I was also thinking that I might put these on like Etsy or something and sell them because there are a few of them. There are a lot of them. And maybe someone out there wants it. Let me know down below if you would like me to have like an Etsy shop or something, or just for me to put these for sale in some way, because like if anybody wants them, please let me know because I want to get rid of them. Anywho, as a little disclaimer, these are all my opinions. These are all subjective. If my opinions were objective, you would have them as well, but I doubt that you do. Because people have nuances. So if you don't like that I don't like something, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'm so happy for you for liking it. And vice versa. And vice versa. Okay? Let's just be happy for each other. Okay, thank you so much. Now let's get started. I have a large mixture of books I've read, some books I haven't read, some horror, some thrillers, some fantasy. Like it's a good old mixed bag. Let's get started. First of all, let's talk about Where They Wait by Scott Carson. Yeah, I tried reading this book. I think I got probably 40% of the way into the audiobook. I gave up about 40% in because I was like, this is literally so fucking boring. I do not give a single flying fuck, because the main character was just this like random middle-aged mediocre white dude. Like, and I was like, why do I care? Oh, that's right. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna unhaul this. I'm gonna get rid of it. So sorry, Scott. Also a book I read and I didn't really enjoy is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. Some people really fucking love this, and like I get it in a certain way, but for me it was just mediocre, and at best like a 3-star read. So I don't see myself ever picking this up again. I don't see myself ever like, you know, going back and being like, oh my God, what fond memories I have of this book by Riley. Like, no, I don't feel that way. So I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna unhaul it. I was honestly only keeping it because it matched my other Riley Sager books. But now that I've read more of his stuff, I feel confident that I don't really need him in my collection. Next, I have this book, which the publisher sent me, and I'm very thankful for that. However, I don't see myself ever reading it because the cover freaks me out a little bit. And that is The Romance Recipe by Ruby Barrett. This is an ARC copy that was sent to me. Look at these two women on the cover, right? Tell me, they look like fucking sisters. They look like twins. And I don't like that. That freaked me out because when I looked at the book, I was like, oh, a little family story. And then you read the back and you're like, oh, they're like literally dating. Or they're like gonna fall in love. Like, and I don't like that. They look too much alike and it freaks me out. I don't like it. So I'm getting rid of it. I also want to get rid of Out by Natsu Korino. I really fucking liked this until the last bit of the book. The last bit of the book was so fucked up and weird and like, no, just no. Just no, I don't like it. So I'm getting rid of it. I also want to get rid of Never Coming Home by Kate Williams. Not because I don't like it, not because I read it and I didn't like it, not because I don't think I'm gonna like it, but because I bought 2 copies by accident. So this is just a second copy that I need to get rid of because I'm a literal fucking dunce. I think I'm gonna get rid of this book. I've had it for a few years and I always intended to read it, but I never did. So... And that is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. This is like a YA queer book, I think. I don't really know what it's about, to be honest. I just heard so many people like talk about it and like everyone was like, it's so good. Alice Oseman is so good. And like literally she is. But I never read it and I don't think I ever will. So I'm gonna get rid of it. It's just taking up space in a space that I don't really have that much space. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Why is this here? Okay, this was in the pile, but I'm not getting rid of it. And that is We Were Here by Andrea Bartz. Okay, those children could not be louder. Like literally, they're screaming. Do you hear it? My window is closed. My window was fucking closed. How are those children so fucking loud? Tell me. Riddle me that, Batman. I'm not getting rid of this. I don't know why it's in the pile. This was also in the pile. I'm not getting rid of it. Why is it in the pile? Let's talk about this book that I am definitely getting rid of, and that is 12 Nights at the Rotter House by J.W. Ocker. I think I'm gonna get rid of all the books I have by him because I think I've read all of them and none of them really stick out to me as like faves or like you know, books I actually enjoy. It just takes way too fucking long to get to the point of the book. It just takes too long for the book to be actually interesting that I just no. I'm never gonna go back to this. I'm never gonna reread it. I'm never gonna be like, can't wait to talk about this on my booktube channel. Like, no, it's not happening. That's the end of it. Sorry, Ocker. I also have this book, which I bought from a thrift store, and I genuinely don't know why I bought it. And that is Stephen King's Firestarter. Like, this copy is stunning. This cover itself is stunning. But I don't think I'm ever gonna read it. Oh, maybe I will. I do just love the cover. It's so pretty. And like, but it smells good too. Oh, it smells good. Okay, you know what? I think I'm actually going to keep this. Never mind. I'm keeping this. I might never read it, but at least it'll be pretty. Anyway, I also have this book, which the publisher sent me unsolicited. And I don't think I'm ever going to read it. Even though, actually, I have seen multiple people talk about it and say that they really like it. And that is Unmasked, My Life of Solving America's Cold Cases by Paul Holes. This is an ARC copy. Like I said, it was sent to me unsolicited. I don't think I'm ever going to read it. It seems cool, but... So sorry. By the way, if at any point during this video you feel like you need to tell me like, wait a minute, bitch, put that book back, I think you need to read it, please let me know. Or if there's a book that you don't see and you're like, I definitely know you have that, I totally think that you should get rid of it, also let me know. Another ARC that I received unsolicited is Watch Out for Her by Samantha M. Bailey. This is I think a thriller novel. I don't really know what it's about. I don't think I'll ever read it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Let's talk about a few books that I fucking hated. Hated them. First of all, we have Hide by why am I going with this accent? We have Hide by Kirsten White, which is her newest book. It's like her adult foray into like a horror. And it reads like a YA novel trying to be adult, and it reads like horror trying to be horror, but it's like not horroring. I didn't love this. A lot of people, from what I understand, don't love this because it's genuinely not good. See, this is the kind of thing that you can look at and say that this is objectively not good. There was a lot wrong with it. So no thanks, Kirsten. Then I also have If We Were Villains by Emil Rio. I thought about keeping this just for the vibes, just to be like, I'm a little dark academia collector, but I don't think I will because I really didn't like this. And I think having it on my shelf would just be like a curse, you know? The characters were boring. The plot was boring. And And it was just a poor man's secret history, in my opinion. So I'm going to get rid of that as well. Now, this next book I didn't hate, but I also didn't love it. And that is The Hacienda by Isabel Canas. This book was just boring. No, it wasn't even boring. That's the thing. It lacked something that I can't quite put my hand on. I can't quite put my finger on. Why am I saying things weird? The characters and the plot and just almost everything about it felt very lackluster, felt very like uncompelling, and I can't even explain it. But it just did not inspire me. It didn't arouse anything in me. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Hopefully somebody else can find happiness out of it. Okay, also I'm gonna get rid of Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Again, this is just fine. I honestly don't like remember most of it. It kind of just like slipped out of my head. It was just like in and then it was out. It was like my dad. Like it was just gone. I don't even know what to say about it. It's just eh. The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. This book was such a fucking letdown. Like everybody was like, Simone St. James is like literally the best. She's just so cool and good and her books are so cool and good. And I was like, hell yeah, bitch, let's do this. And then literally this book, this book was a piece of shit. I hated it. I hated all of it. So yeah, no thank you. I'm gonna let you go, Simone. Thank you so much. There's a book I haven't read and I don't know who sent it to me. I don't know why they sent it to me. It might have been sent by a publisher unsolicited. I don't know. But it just showed up at the door one day and I was like, the fuck? Who the fuck sent this? And it's The Girl Without Skin by Mads Peder Nordbo. This is what it looks like. The cover and the title attract me, you know? Like I'm like, oh my god, the girl without skin. What happened to her skin? I'm like concerned. But also at the same time, I've had it on my shelf for maybe like a year or so. Never read it. Never even thought about reading it. So I'm going to get rid of it because I don't think I'm really that interested. So if you know anything about this dude or these books, like please let me know. I will be getting rid of Echo by Thomas Old Hulfelt. I still have my hardcover copy, so I'm just going to get rid of this because it's a duplicate. I also have plans to get rid of Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. I literally did not know. I'm being serious with you. I did not know that I owned this. I literally was like looking through my shelves just before filming, like looking for things that I could get rid of. And I saw this and I was like, when the fuck did I get that? And it must have been back when Book of the Month was sponsoring me because like, where else would I have gotten it? Like, I was so confused. I was like, who, what? I'm gonna get rid of it because I don't think I'm ever gonna read it. The cover is pretty, but other than that, no thank you. Speaking of duplicates, I also am going to get rid of this, which is The Death of Jane Lawrence by Caitlin Starling. This is an advanced reader copy that I got from the publisher. I already own the hardcover, the finished copy, so I'm going to get rid of this. Speaking of double copies, by the way, I'm going to get rid of Whisper Down the Lane by Clay McLeod Chapman. And I'm also going to get rid of Whisper Down the Lane by Clay McLeod Chapman. Why do I have two copies? First of all, I bought the hardcover when it came out because I was like, I really like Clay. He's like a really nice fucking guy. So I wanted to support him. And then the publisher sent me the paperback copy. I have two. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of both of these. And then I also have this book, which Book of the Month sent me when they were sponsoring me. And that is The Good Left Undone by Adriana Trigiani. You know, it's a nice book. Do I have any idea what it's about? No. Am I ever gonna read it? I don't think so. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Also gonna get rid of this book by Peter Swanson. I've heard very mixed things, mostly negative. So I don't think I'm ever gonna read it. I don't think I wanna keep it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. I also have this, which is another book that Book of the Month sent me, and that is Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. I haven't really been into John Green or his books in a while, so I don't think I'm gonna keep this, and I don't think I'm gonna read it either. So might as well get rid of it. I also have The October Boys by Adam Millard. Love Adam Millard. He's an icon. This book, though, was literally a drag. I didn't like it. I don't want to read it. And then I have The Need by Helen Phillips. This is a book I read so long ago. While it was fun and while it was good and like while I like enjoyed it for the most part, I've had it on my shelves for a while and I don't see myself ever reading it again. It's basically this like horror sci-fi novel. The cover for it is absolutely fucking stunning, but I don't think I'm ever gonna reread it, so we're gonna get rid of it. And then a book that was just wholly disappointing for me, and that is Verity by Colleen Hoover. From the things that I've heard about Colleen, Little Miss Hoover, I don't think I'm ever gonna read anything else by her because she seems like she's problematic, and like her writing also didn't inspire me much. Like her writing was like almost too basic for me. No thank you. Let's talk about this book, which I'm also getting rid of, and that is My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I hated this so much. I will link the video that I talk about it down below because I go on quite the rant, but this was just disappointing. This was just like cringy, and it just didn't have anything in it that I personally am looking for. This could be controversial, but I'm gonna get rid of Summer Suns by Lee Mandello. I did really like this book, but again, I don't see myself ever reading it. I don't see myself ever like, you know, going back and revisiting and being like, oh my god, the craziness of you know, like I don't see it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Same thing actually with Just Like Mother. While I really enjoyed this book and while it was fun, I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to it. I think I'd rather just like let someone else enjoy it, let someone else have their moment with it, because I don't really need to. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to have another moment with it. Like, it was fine, but it wasn't, you know, the best thing that's ever happened. By the way, there is a reading vlog for this on my Patreon. If you're interested, it's always linked down below. And then I have Never Have I Ever by Jocelyn Jackson. This, again, is a duplicate. I have the hardcover version of it, so I'm going to get rid of the paperback, which is actually super floppy and, like, super satisfying. I'm also going to get rid of Babel by R.F. Kong. You may or may not know, I didn't enjoy this as much as I wanted to, and I think somebody else could find way more enjoyment from it than I did. So we're getting rid of it. Same thing with No One's Home by D.M. Poley. I didn't hate this, but I also didn't like love it. And again, somebody else could like love it. And then I also have this book, which I've never read, but I don't see myself ever reading. Kind of bought it because I thought it was like funny, because I thought it looked funny. And that is Wax by Gina D'Amico. And it's like a YA horror novel about, I think, like a wax figure, like a wax person coming to life. And on the cover it says, evil has met its match. And then I'm also going to get rid of Lakewood by Megan Giddings. I remember a few, like maybe like 2 years ago, I tried reading this. I started it. I got probably halfway through, and it just was not appealing to me. Like, I just wasn't invested in it. So I'm gonna give this a shot with somebody else. Hopefully they like it more than I did. I also want to cull Girls with Sharp Sticks. I bought this, I think, from like Book Outlet like years ago for like $6. There's a reason why it was on Book Outlet for $6. I don't think it's like my kind of thing. I don't think it is, at least. Unless maybe I'm like completely wrong and like this is like the best YA novel that's ever been written. Like, I don't know. But from what I can tell, I don't think I'm ever going to read it. I don't think I'm actually interested. So, okay, I'm also going to get rid of Jawbone by Monica Ojeda. I also have a Patreon reading vlog for this. There are many reasons why I'm going to get rid of this. Mainly because I don't see myself reading it again, and because I don't think it has a place in my collection, because it wasn't a book that I really loved. I'm also going to get rid of You Make a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwegi Emezi. This stunning fucking cover is stunning. However, this was just fine for me, and it doesn't inspire me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like a pull towards it. I don't feel like I need to keep this. Like, this can be read by someone else and potentially loved by someone else. So I'm gonna let that happen. I'm just giving the same answer for all of these books. Okay, these books that I'm gonna get rid of is such a fucking bummer, because I bought the first 4 fucking books. I bought the first 4 books. I read the first book and I felt so meh about it that it was like, it literally made me so angry. And I'm talking about, of course, From Blood and Ash and all of its stupid fucking sequels. I have the first 4 books. For what purpose? I read Blood and Ash, I think earlier this year, a few months ago with my patrons, and it was just fucking fine. Like there was nothing special about it. Not only that, but like the romance was just like so like, ugh, like I'm already done with it. And then the twist as well was like, okay, obvious, like whatever. So I have the other books, including The Crown of Gilded Bones, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and Shadow in the Embers. I'm gonna sell all of them. I'm gonna get rid of all of them. I'm gonna sell them. I'm gonna do something with them because I don't want them. I have no plans to ever read any more of them, and I have no plans to ever buy more of this series. So sorry Jennifer. I also have All the White Spaces by Ali Wilkes. This might upset Lonnie, and I'm so sorry, but while I liked it, I didn't love it, and there's no way I'm ever gonna reread it or revisit it. I might give it away to my friend actually, who I think might enjoy it more than me. So yeah, no, sorry. I also have What Moves the Dead, which is a book I read very recently. Again, this was just meh. I don't think I'm ever gonna reread it, and I don't think it really deserves a place on my coveted, very popular shelves. Sorry. I haven't read this book by B.A. Paris called The Therapist, but I don't think I ever will, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Look at us making such a good time. Oh my god. I also have this book, which I found on my shelf, and I was literally like, what the fuck is that about? I don't even know. And that is The Perfect Stranger by Megan Miranda. Again, I do not see myself ever reading this. Unless it's like really crazy and good. Like, let me know in the comments if this is like the perfect thriller or something, or if I'm like missing out. But I really don't think I am. Because apparently I also bought it for $15 at Walmart. So this book, which is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. No. Emily. No. No. This book was so good. And until the end of the fucking novel, Emily Danforth is like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck everything about this book and you. I hate everything. And she literally just like shits the bed. Like, it's so fucking bad. I hate it. Oh, I also have this book, which I also fucking hated, which is Ritualistic Human Sacrifice. I thought it was stupid. I hated like the oh my god, surprise, I'm trans character at the end. Like, that was so fucking stupid. I hate it. I don't like it. So getting rid of it. Sorry. Anyway, I'm also going to get rid of House of Hollow because while I liked this book, I didn't love it and I have no reason to keep it. Like, I'm never going to read it again. Same thing with Halloween Moon. I really liked this book, but I do not see myself ever reading it. So I'm going to get rid of it. Maybe somebody else during the spooky season can find love and enjoyment out of it. I'm thinking about getting rid of Joplin's Ghost by Tananarive Due. I love her, okay? I love Tananarive Due. But this, I didn't love. I wasn't the biggest fan of. I thought it was going to be more like spooky, more horror. And it seems more about like character growth and like a slice of life type of thing. I don't know. I might keep it. But for now, in my head right now, I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm so sorry. I also have The Husbands by Chandler Baker. I was so excited to read this. And then when I actually started reading it and got 52 pages in, there's a cloud card in the book. It wasn't giving me what I wanted, what I really needed. It was fine, but I wasn't crazy about it. I don't know. I might keep this, but I also might get rid of it. Again, why is this here? I'm not getting rid of this. This is The Vegetarian by Hong Kong. I have not read this, and it's been on my shelves for probably 5 years, maybe 6 years. It's been a long time, but I'm not getting rid of it. And then also this. I'm not getting rid of this. Why is this here? Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson. This is like one of my favorite books of all time. Like, it's a book I loved. Why would I get rid of it? I am going to get rid of The Taking of Jake Livingston by Ryan Douglas. I liked this book. I didn't love it. And maybe somebody else can find more joy out of it. This book I kind of was excited to read, but then after hearing Katie talk about it, I was like, maybe not. And that is The Plot by Jean Henth Korelitz. I saw a bunch of people just talk shit on this book, and I was like, maybe I won't read it. maybe it's not for me. So I think I'm gonna get rid of it. And now we have 3 books left. They all kind of have like a autumnal vibe. So the first book is The Regrets by Amy Bonifons. And it has this cover, which is literally stunning. Like, look at that. It's gorgeous. I've owned this for 5 years, like a long time. Never fucking read it. Okay, back in the day, I was obsessed with British booktube, okay? Like, I was obsessed with the British booktubers, like Jen Campbell, with Lauren in the Books, with fucking, what's that other, oh my god, what's that guy's name? I can't remember. But I was obsessed with them, okay? And so anytime they would be like, this book is amazing, I would like literally be like a little henchman, and I would log in and I would buy the books. And so this was one of those books. I bought it because I think one of them talked about it, and I was like, oh my god, I love it. I'm gonna like totally read it. I never read it. I never did. And so it's been years, and I don't think I ever will read it. Do you ever do that thing where you have like a hyper fixation on something, and you're like, I really want it, I really need it, I need it, I need it, I need it, and you look at it all the time and you're like, oh my god, should I buy it though? I had that with this book. I would like look at it and be like, should I buy it? And then eventually I did buy it. Because the universe is cruel, I never fucking read it, even though I was obsessed with it for so long. And that is How to Not Die Alone by Richard Roper. I don't know why I was obsessed with this book, but I think it was like the cover, I think it was the title, the synopsis sounded really cool, because I don't think it's like my kind of book anymore. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh, there's another bookmark in there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Bummer. And lastly, we have Queenie by Candice Carty Williams. This cover is stunning. Oh my god, beautiful. I have read this and I did like it, but I didn't love it, and I don't see myself ever revisiting it or ever rereading it, so I am going to get rid of it. What a very like mediocre note to end on. Thank you so much for watching this video with me. It took me longer than I thought it would to get through all these books, but I'm so happy that you were here. I'm so happy we had this moment together. My friends, my family, my familia. Thank you so much for being here, for spending this time with me. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit subscribe, because we talk about spooky shit. We talk about creepy shit. We talk about girls with sharp sticks and the fucking Halloween moon and shit. Okay? Thank you. God. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.
I wanna say something, but you are all that I see. You got dynamite, that smile's gonna be the end of me. I bet you taste like chocolate.